In 1968, the first three metal bands were formed with Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath. Formed in Birmingham, Black Sabbath brought metal to light with their first single, Evil Woman, which kick-started their career to the worldwide sensation they are today. Formed off members Geezer Butler, Tony Iommi, Bill Ward and Ozzy Osbourne, they gained millions of fans around the world as in 2025 they played their Back to the Beginning concert, where it was a final farewell to the band at Villa Park, where they raised over £190 million for charity. With Sabbath, they influenced and made numerous bands such as Metallica, Guns N' Roses, Pantera and Anthrax. In the 70s, the terminology of moshing first originated from Anthrax, as before it was originally called pogo dancing. From the starting point of metal grew the start of punk rock in the mid-70s with the Sex Pistols, although the full band only lasted 2.5 years with the death of Sid Vicious in '78. They left the mark which influenced the new wave of British heavy metal with Judas Priest and Iron Maiden. With the success of Judas Priest and Iron Maiden, heavy metal became mainstream in the 80s. We saw the rise of glam metal with Motley Crue and Def Leppard, as well as the rise of thrash with bands like Slayer and Metallica, bringing as well as the circle pit to the scene where people would run around in a circle and push the person in front. The 80s gained many subgenres of metal, bringing black and death metal to light, where mosh pits became more violent, as well as the introduction of karate in the pits, as people would two-step, swing kick and crowd killing to more fast-paced, heavier music. As the 90s rolled on, you saw more bands become large with the rise of new genres like nu metal and slam, bringing new sounds to the scene, as we saw the rise of the Seattle grunge scene with Alice in Chains, Soundgarden and Nirvana. In 1991, Nirvana skyrocketed to fame with their hit album Nevermind, which created the band to be the worldwide success they are today. But unfortunately the band was only short-lived due to Kurt Cobain's death in '94, but their memory and music lived on to inspire many artists you see today. The mid-90s saw nu metal steal the scene, as it infuses rap and hip-hop with metal, with bands such as Korn being widely credited for topping the scene with their self-titled album in 1994, as well as Faith No More being one of the first bands to explore the subgenre of music. In '97 we saw the rise of one of the biggest nu metal bands today, such as Limp Bizkit with their debut album $3 Bill Shawl, where it rose them to fame with help from Korn, as Fred Durst featured on Korn's hit album from '98, Follow the Leader. But it wasn't until '99 they topped the charts with Nookie from the album Significant Other. Till this day they are still making chart-topping songs, as Making Love to Morgan Wallen reached #1 on multiple boards this year, which was the last song Bizkit made as the full original band due to the unfortunate passing of Sam Rivers later that year. Through the 90s, slam brought a complete new vocal style to the stage, with the new subgenre having vocals being a mixture of gargles, screeches and growls, where we look more into this genre with the band Spinal Fluid later on in this documentary. In the early 2000s, nu metal continued dominance with System of a Down and Linkin Park taking stages by storm, as well as the rise of other popular bands such as Slipknot, Avenged Sevenfold, Lamb of God and many more. Metal has been twisted and manoeuvred over the years, with many different subgenres branching from what Sabbath started all the way back in '68. But what does it actually mean, or does it have no meaning?
Say something for the record. Tell the people what you feel.
Fuck the record and fuck the people. Start!
K1 is an alternative metal club at the heart of Liverpool, originally the Crazy House, which is now Electric Warehouse. K1 and Diego's Demise is a club and bar where you'll find where metalheads go and enjoy real music for a night out. You'll find a live band playing downstairs and either Tom or Charlotte DJing upstairs from Thursday to Saturday every week. K1 and Diego's is more than a bar and a club you go to as soon as you realise there's a sense of community where friendships are made and good times happen. We've taken the time off some regulars at K1 to talk about their experiences and good times here, to shine a light on how much it is more of a community than a club.
My name's Ruben.
Luke Matthews.
Jax Conrad.
I come to K1 for the genuine vibes. It's a real place with sort of nice people who come in. You know, I've never necessarily had a bad experience here, and it's just a positive club. that invites everyone over, metal or not metal. So it's a very sort of positive atmosphere to be in.
Other than working here, I come here because, quite frankly, the music is great. I love it. I genuinely love it.
I mostly started coming because, I mean, there were no places in Liverpool basically for like an alternative scene. Like, I didn't feel like Teddy's, for example, had like the comparison level of music. But on top of that, it was also like the kind of people I met in K1 when I started coming.
Definitely community, because the amount of people I've met through this place has been off the chart. I don't meet many people because, well, quite frankly, I don't like talking to people. But with the people I've met here, I want to see them again. I want to know them again.
It's definitely more like a community because everyone will always stick up for each other in negative situations. Everyone will always be there for each other. You know, I've had nights out where, you know, I could just walk up to a random person, compliment them, and they'll just take it, you know, so positively, especially when it comes to battle jackets and things like that. You get a lot of those on nights out here.
It's definitely more of a community. It's like, I feel like the people I've met through K1 have always been people that have had similar interests, like will dress in like an appealing way to me, like they make me want to talk to them. And everyone's looking out for each other. Like, I feel like there's always someone I know from here who we can come to when we've got shit going on.
Metal music to me, it's like an escape, sort of like, because I've always wanted to enjoy something in life that sort of just makes me feel like I can be myself. And metal music has basically done that for me. I can sort of express myself in the way that I want to express myself. I can listen to the bands and see the bands live. And it's just something that means a lot to me as a person.
I feel like it means everything, low-key. I mean, I wouldn't be who I was today without metal music, stylistically, in terms of interests. Like, it connects to a lot of other like subcultures I'm into, a lot of other niche like film stuff, TV stuff. Like, music kind of just binds it together for me, and I don't know, I feel like I identify with the sound and the heaviness of it.
It means the world. Like, my favourite ever band to come out of metal is nu metal, which is Linkin Park, 100%. Every time it comes on, I fucking die for it. Like, I genuinely die for it because it is me. Like, every feeling, every emotion, it flows through me. So whenever I hear it over the speakers, I'm like, yes, yes.
These scars, what I want you to want, what I want you to feel, but it's like no matter what I do, I can't convince you to just believe this is real.
As you can see, K1 is more than just a club. It's a community of people sharing a love of special interest that brings them closer together through the music of metal. K1 and Diego's are also trying to bring young people together through their partnership with RAMS, a society at Liverpool John Moores University. Students come together every Wednesday to socialise and do karaoke at Diego's, but most importantly bring people together from all different backgrounds sharing one key interest.
Outside the frame, is what we're leaving out. You won't remember in a way that can go with the flow.
My name's Angel and I'm the president of the Rock and Metal Society, aka RAMS. We've been going for coming up to 2 academic years, so about a year and a half. And I started it just because I felt like there was a real gap in the local metal scene. And there just wasn't a space for young people to meet each other, and there weren't many spaces to go, so I thought it was really important to try and build something back up in Liverpool. Absolutely. Close friends of mine now were distant friends, acquaintances years ago, but Rams has just been an excuse for everyone to come back together. People with really different schedules, having the same time every week for us to meet and always an event going on. It's just brought so many people together, different ages, different groups, just people from different cities and everything. It's just been really, really good. Absolutely. I've been to uni twice. My first time round, I felt like I didn't make any friends because there just wasn't a space where I felt like I could fit in and just comfortably talk to people. But since coming to John Moore's and starting Rams, I've made a ridiculous amount of friends. I've never felt more bloody popular. But you know, so many different people. There's little friend groups within Rams, and there's someone for everyone, and we're really open. So I feel like no one struggled to make friends who's actually came to one of our events. Well, rock and metal has always been very close to me, and like I said, I feel like there was a real gap in the scene for young people. There was a lot in the past with older venues, but I feel like it's all just died off since lockdown. So I thought it was quite important to represent the alternative scene and bring something back specifically for young people to get into. Metal music means absolutely everything to me. I grew up with metalhead parents, so for me it's been since day one. Pretty much everything, culturally, musically, it all comes from metal, aesthetically as well. And there's just such a good message with everything that I feel like with the current political climate, metal music just means even more than it ever has done today. Acceptance for everyone and just being your true authentic self, and I think that's more important than ever.
Everybody fucks. Everybody living now. Everybody sucks. Everybody living now. Everybody.
In Rams, it makes more than a difference with people looking for friends at university, as well as creating more of a metal community in Liverpool compared to other places. We've also taken time off some Rams members to tell their story on how Rams has helped them in university, as well as made them friends in a new city.
My name is Ruby and I'm from, originally Bolton.
My name is Nora and I'm from Cambridge.
I'm Sam and I'm from Liverpool, mate.
I'm Rose. I'm from just outside Birmingham.
I joined Rams to find new friends that like the same sort of music I do, and I think it's great.
I'm really into metal and alternative stuff, and I think it's been really fun so far.
I joined Rams because my mate Angel, she set it up and she asked me to be on the committee for it, so I've been here since the start.
I joined Rams off the back of UL or Rockstock. I love it here.
I would, if you want to find friends that are into all sorts of metal or rock, 100% join.
It creates quite a nice space for this kind of scene that we've got going in Liverpool.
Metal means a lot to me. I grew up on it. My dad and my mum are both metalheads, and they raised me on it, and it means a lot to me. And I've met a lot of my friends through Rams. I've met them all through having similar metal and rock taste, and I've gone to lots of gigs with friends from Rams, but also friends from other places that I've listened to rock and metal, and I think it's the best way to make friends.
To me, fucking hell, that's a bit of an open question, because
I think it means self-expression. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's a bit of an open-ended one, that. It's a bit of an open-ended one, that, but
Metal to me is a really special one because, I was partially raised on it, but I found a lot of the bands I love to myself, and I think it's one of those things where it just means a sense of community, you know. It just means that idea of you meet people, you have a good time, maybe have a drink or two, and you just get to talk about it, and everyone gets on, and it's a great time.
The people from Rams from across the UK all agree that it's a great and safe place for students to join, to make friends and do karaoke to the music that ties us all together.
Take her away, Ian. Yeah, take it away, Ernie. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Now stepping away from communities in metal, we go and look at the local scene in Liverpool, with the up-and-coming band Spinal Fluid, a slam band formed in 2022 by the lead vocalist Josh Charlton, and it slowly grew into the band it is today. They saw their first show on stage in 2025 at Manchester's Slam Fest, which was taken well by audiences, as well as growing big in the slam community with the help from Slam Worldwide, with their recent music video for their song Murder Suicide featuring Bottlectomy and Frog Mallet.
I'm Josh. I'm going to do vocals in Spinal Fluid.
I'm Cal. I was the bass player and then I got promoted to guitar because
he's a good boy.
I'm no bitch.
I wanted to play music for a really long time, but figuring out what kind of genre I wanted to fit in was the hard part. But slam is just fucking sick. And I know a lot of people in the slam scene, and I saw my cousin Luke, the guitarist of Vulvodynia, and what he was doing, and I was like, that's what I want to do. Actually, yeah.
Only some of it though.
Yeah,
Only
some of it's got real meaning. Like Butchered by Silence is like a semi-social commentary on a woman who was killing people but cutting them up and stitching them back together to build the perfect man. But it applies to both genders at the end of the day. It's how it, in this day and age, all we do is seek perfection.
I was working on the song and Josh rang me and he was like, I randomly hit up the Montiel out of the blue, and he replied, and I think he said that he knew who we were from like Luke from Volvo posting us and stuff.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is an actual thing that's happening. Like, is this certified? He was like, yeah, I've got it all sorted. And I think about a month prior, we'd written the demo for OG Spinal. We'd had just cooked that up all together with like all the boys in one room. We'd all sat there and spent like a week together. And we were like, well, let's just use that one because everyone's worked on it together. We're happy with it. It sounds decent. I think it would be worthy for him to feature on it.
Yeah.
So we sent him over the track and he was like, oh, where do you want me in the song? And he was like, I'm down to do a lot more than just like one part of the song, which is why you can hear those like fluctuations between Josh and his vocals, and it's so cool. Like just working with, especially people we always look up to in the music scene.
Yeah. Slam Worldwide, without them, we wouldn't have gotten the reach we've gotten. We'd literally just be local. Most people don't want to put the money in to get the push by Slam Worldwide because it's 100 per video you upload.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's an investment at the end of the day. If you're not ready or willing to make investments into what you're working hard to make, then there's no point in making it to begin with because you're not giving it 110%. So, anytime we upload, it's going on Slam Worldwide. I'll always.
Well, they always share a lot of our stuff anyway, even if we're like we haven't got a slot with them. Like they're obviously not just posting our videos, but just like sharing on their story.
Yeah, even new merch that drops out.
The guy fucks with us, and that's good to know.
We spoke about it every now and again. We've spoken about mixing it up a tiny bit, like maybe a bit more of a beatdown influence, or
even just going away from like metal completely and just going down more like the hardcore kind of route.
Yeah, but I think ultimately at the end of the day, we came from slam, so
we'll always have that there. Even if we do change the sound, it will still be like that.
I'll never fully let us move on from slam ever unless I genuinely felt like we had to. Fucking freedom at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like,
there's just so many corners of it. It's just
self-expression.
Yeah.
That's it. If people wanna corner off and isolate certain parts of the genre when at the end of the day it all falls under the same umbrella. So there's no separation at the end of the day. Metal is just freedom of expression because you refuse to conform to what the majority listen to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what you want and you're going for it, and you're not letting other people's judgment pass you by. Really, you're kind of like accepting the fact that people are going to give you shit for liking something, and you're okay with that because fuck everybody else in their opinion.
There's no rules. There's no rules to it. You just
Literally.
play sick riffs.
Yeah.
Play a few blast beats. Play a few breakdowns. Make some noise.
Pretty much.
Bodies yesterday, but they believe that the killing and suicide actually happened on.
Slam brought a new sound to the scene, with the community growing with young artists from the UK being able to collaborate with bigger names around the globe, showing an industry where everyone has each other's backs. Throughout this documentary, I kept a running theme of asking people around what metal means to them as we've explored different subgenres and communities in Liverpool. Metal means a range of different things to people and is more than it seems on the outside, as everyone has their own story behind the music and a deeper meaning to them.
I do anything ever to myself, just to have it for myself. Now I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do when she makes me sad. She is everything to me, the unrequited dream.